Good morning, everybody. Just getting the day started here in London. It is a gloomy but beautiful rainy day with gray skies and definitely just getting started, so my voice might sound a little deeper, but that's okay. Felt like today was definitely a getting ready, getting pretty, curling hair, throwing on some makeup, and ready to have a good day with Jesus. So I hope you've got an amazing weekend planned. It's nice to have both my hands because I'm not walking on the streets. I'm actually hanging out in the office. This is where I spend a lot of time with computers and administration and just getting the stuff done that helps everything run smoothly. So yeah, I wanted to update you guys a bit on the last couple of weeks because it's been a really great couple of weeks. I hope that you saw my blog posts from a few weeks ago and just catching up. Hopefully in the next days I'm going to write a few things of just revelations and things that God's been showing, but this part of it I thought was really video worthy. So I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that have been going on and that God's just been talking about. So I hope that it encourages you. But if you remember 2 weeks ago, I was actually up north in one of our bases in the King's Lodge, which is right in the Midlands of England. So a lot of countryside, a lot of beautiful sunrises and sunsets, and just an opportunity to be with more of our broad YWAM family here within England. So we had a few national leadership team meetings and I'm part of something called the National Leadership Forum, which is just like kind of key leaders across the nation in different ministries and with voices to see more of a national vision than just our local bases. And that's something that I'm really passionate about this nation, but also YWAM in this nation. So that was exciting to just be a part of seeing what God did there. We had some amazing worship together and just bringing the word and really coming together and seeing what are we doing and how is God moving. And also for that forum, we're in a lot of kind of structural transitions and figuring out who we are and what we're doing and how to move forward in this new season. So it was an amazing opportunity just to really see more of what God's doing, to see more of the organization that I work with and where we're moving in the days ahead, but also the way that God is moving through his church, not just YWAM, obviously, but through his local church and global church in these days ahead, and how we as YWAM can serve the church and move with the church, but also move in this specific kind of apostolic direction and starting new things and pioneering and releasing young people in the way that God has really challenged and equipped us to do. And so it's always amazing. It gets your thoughts going when you're in meetings like that, kind of stepping out of the day-to-day of a school or the ministry that you're used to, and just training and teachings and administration and different things, and really being able to be like, yeah, God, this is what we're doing nationally. This is what you're doing, and seeking together. And one of the amazing just words of intercession that we received, just this season of God really wanting to awaken the Lion of England and this kind of brave warrior, and so many pictures and images and songs even about the lion that has been sleeping for far too long, and that this nation had so many missionaries sent out from Great Britain and the islands, had so much a conquering spirit, and not just a controlling spirit, but a conquering spirit that released blessing and released the blessing of the gospel across the nations. And we went to India, China, all the way down to South America, across to the States, and even into Africa and different colonies there, and across over to Australia and New Zealand, and just really being able to see that lion roar again, and that passion and that commitment and that drive that isn't meant to be the passivity or the reserve of Britain, but actually that lion that God wants to awaken. And it's amazing when you're in times just hearing God's heart. I love it. And so yeah, that was 2 weeks ago, and different opportunities with just, like I say, conversations and recognition, and just kind of seeing what is God doing. And last week I had the privilege to speak about identity in the DTS in Cambridge. I had 3 days of teaching there with them and just hanging out with my family, which is really their YWAMers and leading schools there, and just a great team of people there, which it's so fun to once again just be in England. Obviously London is in England, but London is London. Lots of cultures, lots of nations, and the world at our doorstep here. But just being in Britain just really sets my heart on fire even more. And so yeah, being in Cambridge and just getting to connect with them, and they had 5 students there, and really being able to see God impart new foundations into them, foundations of identity, foundations of truth, and really bringing dead things back to life. Is such a privilege to be able to just walk with people and have conversations and play games and cook with them, and then also teach them and pray for them and worship with them. And just brings me to tears consistently, trying not to cry this morning because, looking fabulous. But just the idea of really being able to love people and share truth with people is crazy to me, that I get to do that every day, and that God has called me to that every day, not in a context of 9 to 5 work, but in a context of really training and equipping and releasing and empowering. And my gosh. I lovely lady on a video, and now she's trying to get into the office, and it's awkward. It's Maddie, one of my favorites. Hi, she's from Arizona. We're all family, and I'm sitting in the office, so that's what happens. Rambling to yourself in headphones where everybody can hear you, but they don't know what's happening on the other end. Yeah, that is community living. Last week in Cambridge was amazing. Got back to the house, and I guess Thursday night and Friday, guys, yesterday was so cool because our DTS here in London had teaching about the cross and the depth of the cross and the exchanges that happen at the cross, and defeat into victory, and shame and humiliation into glory, and death into life, and sin into the perfection of confession through the blood and through the cross, and just these exchanges. And to finish off the week, we had a corporate confession time, and where there's a cross in the middle of the room, and people were able to come to the cross and confess whatever God had brought up that week for them to share. Very specific sense, not general, and that was crazy to see God move. We've got 9 students right now. 6 of them are men, and 3 of them are girls, women, and just to see God move in different specific ways. I mean, we were having times to share for about 4 or 5 hours yesterday. No, not 4 or 5. I'm sorry, 3 or 4 hours, and just being able to confess. And then we had 2 or 3 people come around and just bless and cover and seal that confession, so that God would come in with his love, and come in with his grace, and come in with his truth into those places where lies and deception had been, to bring life. And what a sweet time. I wish that we experienced more of that in normal life. Sometimes we are running so much, and we are looking to accomplish, and we have work, and we have family, and we have responsibilities, and sports teams, and university, and so much to do, that sometimes we miss the gems that can be shared in just being real with one another, and really embracing the depth of the things that God calls us to as Christians, and following him, and confessing to one another, and covering one another, and loving one another. And it was an amazing, amazing time. And just getting to connect again with everybody yesterday. This morning we've got our community meeting, so I'm excited. And I know this video is getting long, but a little bit more of just sharing heart. I really have been thinking a lot lately about everything I just shared, but just what it is to be a missionary in this nation, and to claim that word missionary, not just a teacher or a discipler or a mentor or a YWAMer, but to really be a missionary to the nations, and to know that that is what I'm called to, that I'm not on I'm not on an adventure, I'm not putting off time, I'm not just living life with God. This is life, and this is real, and it's every day, and it's not what I thought it would be. It's not just activities, it's not just busyness. It's learning to love the one who created us, and it's learning to know him, so that as we know him, we can show others who he is. And I think that's the key to intimacy, the key to life, the key to freedom, the key to joy, key to reality, really, because most of us don't take enough time to do that. And what is so amazing is God is telling me, as you are a missionary, I've actually called everyone to be a missionary. And some I've called to be specific in a field, and some I've called to just work across the nations and more planted in that sphere of the church. But what a privilege to know him and make him known. And yeah, that's some of the things that have just been burning in my heart this morning, and also in light of this week and the decisions that were made and the new president-elect, and just the things. My heart has been so heavy for my nation, and my heart has been just praying and crying out for peace and for stability and for humility. And just that echo, it's funny, we always quote this verse, 2 Chronicles 7:14, and we always have it as an anthem in prayer meetings, and we put it on our walls. But I mean, if you listen to the words, if my people who are called by my name, if the church, the ones who know him, who love his sanity, the spirit of chaos that is just coming through hatred, it's coming through racism, it's coming through so much. And I've been praying a lot for my nation and allowing God to speak to me about my nation, because if I'm honest, and if you have conversations with me, England and Europe feels more like home. But in a fresh way, God is restoring the United States of America, and praying that it wouldn't be an ironic name, but it would be our identity, that we are united units, working together in freedom and in service and in love and in humility with one another. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I love you a lot. I will be posting something in the next couple of days on my blog, just some other thoughts, and just keep praying as we're coming into this next season. Yeah, you're already watching, so I'll take another minute. But things have been amazing. I'll probably do a video just on Southwick, but remember that every first and third weekend of the month, I'm going down with normally a team of 1 to 3 of us are going down to the South Coast to work with a church in one of the smaller towns of England, and amazing place called Southwick, an amazing church that's a much older congregation, lots of grandparents that are just hungry to raise up a younger generation, and God has just connected. And guys, it's a 7-year prayer to be able to work with a British church. I've served with New Life and it's my family, and my home, and I get to go there on Sunday. I'm so excited. I miss them, but also this new level of breaking into this nation that I feel called to, and that I'm so passionate about breaking in with young people and seeing and challenging and transforming and questioning, why do they even come to church, and they have a Friday evening event where 40, 45, 50 people come in, kids come in for 2 hours to just play and look and seek, and they come and they know nothing about Jesus. These kids are nuts, We do a 10-minute God slot to talk about Jesus, and the rest of the evening we're just relating to them and sharing with them, and so much amazing opportunities. So we're just praying for breakthrough, praying for opportunities. They're wanting us to train their people in evangelism, to train their people in having a vision for the kingdom, not just the church. And they are so passionate about their community. They're so passionate about the world and mission, and they've committed to cover our expenses just to have us there. They've committed to have us and love us and provide food for us. And they bought a new shower to install in one of the back rooms in the church, that we can have a shower when we're there as a team. So much provision, so much faithfulness, and just loving them and walking with them. So God is doing amazing things. So you can be praying for the church connections there in Southwick. Just pray for our Urban Key family and the new things we have and the new things we're moving in, because it's crazy days ahead. With Brexit, crazy days ahead. With America, crazy days ahead. Walking day to day on the streets, guys, the prayer coverage that we need is just opportunities in the day to day with the students we walk with the churches we walk with every ministry, that we would just see God's wisdom, his protection, his favor, and his breakthrough. This nation needs breakthrough. We need light to shine in the darkness. We need people to see their need, so that they would know that there is a Savior who meets that need. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. I love you guys. I love talking to you, and I love that you watch. So pass it around. If people are asking, if people wonder, pass it around and email it. Feel free to forward, so that people know what's going on, because sometimes I forget and get very stuck here, but I don't want to be separate. I want to stand with you because you are the reason that I am able to stand here. Your prayers, your intercession, your fighting with me, and also your giving. Just continue to be faithful to that. If you watch and you want to give, and whether it's £5, $5, or $100, as the Christmas season is coming up, as new things are coming, God has continuously been faithful. But there's always that struggle of just needing to see more of a breakthrough. So yes, please feel free to send any gifts, any encouragement, any words, stupid messages through Facebook, just because they're not stupid. They really bless my heart. So thank you so much for being able to walk with you and love you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.